Hello everybody and welcome back. We have something going on. There has been a call from the warden. A fire has started in the kitchen. Oh crap. It's a good job we have sprinklers then, isn't it? Because it appears to be solving itself. Well, that wasn't particularly how I wanted to start the episode, but it turns out because I was doing quite well that I deserved a fire in the kitchen. But because I am prepared with sprinklers, I'm so glad I put the sprinklers in, or started to put the sprinklers in just at the end of the last episode. Clearly I predicted that. Check that out for like, I don't know, I must have some sort of clairvoyance, the ability to predict the future. Because it turns out, yeah, I was about to get boned by the game. So, I'm guessing this can be repaired. Repair? Yeah. So it's going to be repaired. So welcome back to Prison Architect, where I am so good at Prison Architect that I predicted the potential for failure and solved it at the same time. So there is no harm and no foul in that sense. But anyway, that's kind of a distraction away from what I'd intended to do. So we're going to throw down a few things quite quickly, and then we're going to get on to the main sort of topic of today, which is going to be expanding a little bit. So we want to build a I can't find it. Common room. Build a common room here, and then we give them, because all they realistically need in the common room is some sofas. And we'll throw down some phone booths, and maybe we'll give them a TV. They've got TVs in their rooms, they don't need TVs today. So that's pretty much all they would want, isn't it? The pool table doesn't quite fit. We'll just leave it at sofas then, shall we? I have a pool table that I can't use for anything, which is great. An own unnecessary pool table. Oh, I've got a gap in my ground here. Let's fix that. Can't have something that ugly kicking around. Okay, so things I need. I need a holding cell, and I want to build a death row. Now, neither of those are going to fit in this space unless I totally mess with removing my dogs and basically just ruin the way this place is set up. So I think I'm going to take my chances. I am going to grab the two most valuable advanced payment grants, which is going to be prison and manufacturing and cell block C. Give me 70,000, and I'm not 100% sure which one of these four I want to buy. I quite like the idea of doing it on both sides. So having the road in the middle and then having like prison part A and prison part B. But I also don't want to segregate myself too much. So I might buy one of the above or belows. It's just a difficult choice to make, because I can't get through the prison into there, can I? Which is annoying. But I could reorganize this bit down here and come down below. That would be doable in a slightly useful way. It's a little bit undecided about how I want to go about doing this. Ooh, sorry about that, slight distraction. So, deciding which plot of land to buy. So we've got to look at how we can obviously transfer through. So this path already kind of exists up here to get up on top. But then again, it's just going to add more road in, isn't it? Which is potential for escape. So we've got no path down here, but I could this is going to need to be a wall. So that, if we could put a wall around there, would give us a path to come into this area. So I think we're going to go with this one. I sure you wish to buy this plot of land for 20,000. I do. Exciting times. Okay. So now that we have this bigger plot of land, we can look to plan out my next sort of adventure. We're going to use, this is going to be perhaps a bit of a planny episode. So we're going to need to build a wall around here. Just kind of protect this in some way. So that's actually much narrower than I thought it was. That's more annoying. Cock. I've bought the plot plan I shouldn't have bought, should I? Should have bought this one. Oh well. We will make do. I might have to remove... Well, I suppose I could take away solitary and put solitary there instead. That would be perhaps a better plan. So how big is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 5 by 16. So if we moved solitary to there, and took this all away, we could then use that, extend the yard, because we're going to have more people, or have a second yard, so we can have like a maximum security, minimum security. Might also take advantage of the fact that it's going to give us an edge. And then do that maybe. Because we can have quite a lot in here. Do I want to make it modular, or do I want to keep it all in one? I think I want to make death row deliberately separate. So what do I need in the execution chamber? It's got no size limitations. So do I want death row to be part of the prison, or do I want it to be a special section of the prison? I'm probably going to want to make sure that it's its own special section of the prison. I think that's the best way of doing it. So this is going to be my need to get my cell block numbers up. So we're going to have another canteen, we're going to have another sort of kitchen area, we're going to have another... How many people want to come for minimum security? Shall I have minimum security alongside 2? No, it's going to be medium security then. So we will put death row at this end. So we'll make the death row cells reasonably nice, shall we? So that goes right up to the edge. So 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we'll make them 4 by 3. So we can have a bed, shower and a toilet, bookcase for their books. That's it really. Not going to give them much more. Desk and a chair, and a shower and a toilet. So that they can at least write correspondence. So that's a computer, isn't it? Which is kind of... I don't really want to give death row mates a computer. But also gives them a window. So I want them to have a window so they can see the outside world. I don't want to segregate them indoors. Oops, that's the wrong one. So this is going to be a death row. How many people are we going to have on death row at any one time, do we reckon? It's annoying. Get that into there. Get that into there. We're not going to have that many people on death row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I suppose we'll put them opposite as well. Great. So this is going to be my Death row cells. I'm going to be well prepared for death row because I think death row is going to be a very valuable section of the prison. $2,500 per inmate. So I could connect that to that, I suppose. And that would give me a way of getting through past the security offices, I guess. But obviously we're going to take this down as well. So we need to start the work pretty quickly on the new solitary. I'm going to have to double up with everything, aren't we, for a second. And then, is lights on automatic still? I've forgotten. No, I've taken them off. Good. So, put some lights. So one in and one. So it's just like there, there and there, and there. Cool. So that'll give us a new solitary. And then we'll just build the walls in preparation. Although solitary isn't symmetrical at 16 apparently. So maybe we can take advantage of this fact and sort that out now. Right, I can't do that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'll just do like that and put it in the middle. Or we could make it one longer. Like that. And that should solve that problem. Making the cells everything the same size. Okay. So we'll start the process of getting that built while we finish doing the rest of this. Plotting this out. Planning this out. Okay. So we need the execution room. So if we make this too wide, and then this is our execution space. So I'm guessing we're going to need the execution chamber. So if I segregate this from the rest by putting that there, then I don't need that to be separate, do I? Maybe I want to work out how big the execution chamber is. So we'll put entrance there. So this will be the entrance to death row. So this is death row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we've got 12 people available on death row. And this is going to be their, to make this their kitchen and their common room and their everything. And keep that sort of restricted to death row. And then maybe build the execution chamber somewhere special. I have to find out more about the execution chamber. That then gives us the whole rest of this plot to do other things with. So if we go concrete foundations, all of this, at least get it started. And then we'll put a large jail door there to give it its access that it wants. That should be finished so soon. We need to be careful about making sure that we don't activate this area of the prison until it's ready, because obviously we don't want to start putting prisoners in cells that they can just walk out and escape from, especially if they don't have any of the resources that they need yet. So I can build the cells, I just can't activate them as cells. So we can take that element off there, and we can put these concrete walls in place. do it. And at least leaves a little bit of symmetry in the middle. Doesn't, does it? Oh well. So we'll have one solitary cell which is a little bit bigger than the rest. So I'll get rid of this half a solitary for a second. We take these doors apart. I can use them in here rather than wasting all the time and money. So build some lights. And I guess bring it some power from somewhere. Wonder where I'm going to bring the power from. Is it going to be A, the power station, or B, somewhere less logical? So we can put power all the way along down there, and I can use that to feed into other places as well. Oops, wrong button. So if we materials, demolish walls, and just start taking this all apart. We've still got 2 solitary cells for now, but we can't really free this area up. We don't want to obviously make it easy to escape from. So if we go to the execution chamber, it requires an electric chair and to be indoors. So I'm assuming it doesn't have to be that big. Although I want to make it symmetrical because otherwise it'll annoy me. Okay. So we've got this new cell block underway. Just put the cells at this end, and then I can put the chair at the top, and then people can get there a bit easier. Or do I want people to have to do the long walk? I might put the actual electric chair area here, so I have it outside the prison cell, and then I can put a kitchen and a canteen and a common room in there. So I put the electric chair here. So if we put execution there, just because it'll allow me to open the objects. No, why won't you? Fine, I'll pretend you're bigger than you actually are then. Now will you let me have the electric chair? So let's sit in the middle of that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not really. But I could make it. Although we don't really want the foreman's office to be looking into the electric chair room, I guess. Where am I going to put the electric chair room is definitely an important decision when it comes to setting up a prison. So let's start with the walls, or finish with the walls. We need to put these all down, don't we? And at least that way we're making progress this episode towards a whole new area of the prison, which is what we're looking at, or looking for. So 2,500 per. There's $25,000 worth of inmates going into here. We can also put the automatic door opener on, because currently I don't have any guards down here. But actually I can just leave it open for now. So this is all getting built nicely. They've all been disabled, so we can take some solitary doors. Five of them, just because they're in place at the moment. Okay, we're not going to activate the cells until we've got this area a little bit more secured. So I might have to build a fence just temporarily. So this is probably deployment. So that's death row only. So I'm not going to accidentally put any prisoners in there that shouldn't. Yes, it's insecure, but that's because it's currently being constructed. Calm down, game. Excellent. So we've made fantastic progress, I believe, on this episode as far as building a expansion to our prison. So we'll return in the next episode and continue with some more expansion. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed and continue to enjoy, and I'll see you again tomorrow for some more Prison Architect. Bye for now.